So if the answer isn't the training, then what else in the equation of gains is, off kilter, right? Or potentially undervalued. And I'd say the biggest one, it's your food, man. It's your fucking food. And it's hard to really, it's hard to explain the importance of anything and to have that like idea really get basically incepted into somebody else's mind. Because actually kind of living through something and getting a good grasp on it and like, okay, this actually does have an effect, that's where you're gonna know. I use this example all the time. You can tell your kid you can tell them 1,000 times, don't touch the stove, but they're only really gonna understand when they burn themselves and say, holy shit, that is fucking hot, damn. They didn't learn any new information, right? You told them already it's hot, but now they actually get it, right? So when it comes to your food, same thing with having to take that first step to go from non-lifter to lifter. It's like, okay, I'm going to the gym now. This is what I do. You got to make another new identification with yourself and say, okay, I track my calories. That is what I do. I'm not doing this for a few weeks. I do this. This is what I do now. And if you can do that, there are fucking substantial gains that await you afterward. The issue is it kind of sucks. It's a little bit of a chore. Because not only do you have to, every time you eat something, look at the nutrition info in the back, plug it into your phone, and then, have that extra step in the process of, before you get to your fucking 2 bags of pretzels that you just got from the vending machine. Speaking from an experience I just had 5 minutes ago. But you're also going to have to start eating in a different way. No longer is it just, okay, I'm going to check out the fridge, I'm kind of hungry. It's like, all right, I got 50 grams of protein left. Let's eat a very specific meal. I need something with 50 grams of protein, whatever, but don't think of that as just a random chore. When everybody thinks about dieting, be it bulking up or dieting down, the only thing that gets talked about, at least for the most part in any mainstream kind of context, it's like, oh, well, I don't want to do that. Oh, dude, I don't want to feel like I'm starving myself in a deficit. What are you talking about, bro? No. Never is a reference like, okay, that's the cost, that's the difficult side, and then the upside is you make either muscular gains or body fat loss, which to some can be a pretty insane fucking, change to their entire life's trajectory if you can make a crazy solid body fat loss transformation. Nobody talks about the hype. Nobody talks about the upside. It's always like, oh, well, you don't want to go out, but what are you going to do? We're all going out to eat. Come on. We can't all get food and then you not eat anything. Just get something. Dieting and really just kind of living like a training lifestyle, it's not normal. It's not conducive with what the general fucking populace of guys that are probably around you are into. So that's an extra level of effort there, because now you're a little bit acting out, right? You're sticking out a little bit from everybody else. But if you know that these gains and these or this fat loss is what you want to do, then sticking out shouldn't fucking bother you. You're doing what you want to do because you know that it's all going to pay off later on for you specifically. Who gives a shit if you're fucking, if somebody looks at you for bringing in a Tupperware for lunch of fucking, rice, chicken, and broccoli and nothing else. Right? Have a little bit of, it's probably a combination of, let me see, what's the word I'm thinking here? Obliviousness and just, focus on your own shit. Nobody else really cares anyway, right? If you seriously lock it into the gym, or if you don't, it's not going to change, the world, but it is going to change your world for you, right? And that's the one that really matters, right? Nobody else outside of your direct circle should really concern you too bad, and especially not you trying to match their expectations. So not to flip that around, but dieting is usually the issue. So if you know somebody who is saying oh, dude, I'm not really making the gains that I want to make, I would love to see your macro intake for the last 3 weeks. And another downer for a lot of you guys here, you need to do your cardio as well. I mean, there's been massive fucking Olympia level characters, open Olympians, fucking going down in the legends, saying, dude, I mean, I never did cardio, right? You are not Jay Cutler, right? You are not fucking Jay. And what I mean by that is, it's not always in your best interest to listen to the 0.001%. Now, of course, that works for them, but they're in a completely different circumstance. I can say with certainty that if you add 30 minutes of daily cardio into your routine at a moderate intensity, I'm not talking dying, I'm talking like if you're playing on your phone at the same time, it's going to be over before you know it. That's going to have a serious impact. Your metabolism is going to fucking increase. Your baseline blood glucose levels are going to decrease to a more, well, at least stable kind of range. You're going to be leaner, regardless of if you're bulking up or cutting down. And then when you train, you're going to have better endurance, so you'll be able to go harder during the training, get better gains from it, and it's just a fucking positive feedback loop. You know, that's where backing off a touch from an instant gratification mindset is going to do you some good, right? Now, what's going to be more fun? Okay? Spending $120 and going go-karting, or putting that right into your savings account and hanging out at home? Right? Obviously fucking go-karting, which now it's making me think about taking Mark and doing a little go-kart crew trip. But if somebody were to do that, every chance that they got, you know, versus saving everything up, which is less fun, who's going to be happier about it at the end of the day, right? So just a little something to think about there.